everyone, welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. In this episode, I am talking about the next line of the IDW Comics. We're talking issues 11 through 15. And in these issues, we see some big changeovers going over with IDW. First, 11 and 12 is finishing up one of the main storylines that started up in the last group of comics that I reviewed, where we get to see the Shredder coming in. We get to see Splinter fight the Shredder. It is amazing issues. Dan Duncan is still the artist, and I just loved how those issues flowed together. I was so excited that our first fight inside this isn't the Turtles and Splinter coming to save the Turtles like we normally see. In the movies, we see Splinter get caught and the Turtles come to save Splinter there. But at the end of the movie, when the Turtles meet the Shredder, it's them fighting and Splinter shows up and ends the fight. In the cartoon series, it's got a little bit of both. You know, it's kind of like the movie where the Turtles come to save Splinter and Splinter helps out. But this is complete opposite of what I normally see. Splinter is kicking butt. He is doing such an awesome job at it too. He takes down all these foot ninjas. Shredder realizes he has to handle Splinter himself. In the meantime, we're seeing all these flashbacks back to Japan and seeing just how everything came together more. Splinter realizing what he needs to do. It is amazing. The comics really come out. Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman are the perfect writing team for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can't say how much I love this comic book series. They blow my mind with how well they're doing. And I can't thank IDW enough for putting them out. And you can get them either individuals as they come out, or you can get the graphic novels as they come out. They're making sure that the paperbacks are coming out steady enough to where you can keep up with the storyline as well. It is great. I highly back these comics, especially the first 12. That right there, the introduction of Shredder, it's one of my favorites I've seen. And that was from a series where I was questioning, where are they going with this? Am I going to like this? I mean, reincarnated, brought back from the dead. What is going on here? How is the Shredder back? So, we have all these questions inside these first 12 issues, and they leave us thirsting for more. Those other issues that answer where Shredder came from is out now, but I'm not talking about those here. You want to see those reviews, go to cowabungacorner.com. In the meantime, I'm going to jump to what happens after issue 12. Dan Duncan got a different job offer and went with it. And I say congratulations, best of luck on your road, and we miss you with Ninja Turtles, and I'm hoping that everything has gone great for you. So, with Dan gone, they brought in another artist. They brought in Andy Kuhn. Andy draws wonderful backgrounds, does really good on his humans. In fact, I love his artwork for Karai. He's got this look down for her. And so I can compliment some of his art techniques, but the way he draws the turtles makes them look too old to me. He puts these jawbone lines in the face, and it does not work, at least in my eyes. I know there's fans out there who like that style. For me, it just kind of threw me out of the moments, like at the beginning of one of the issues that I really like, which is issue 13. They're playing Twister. What awesomeness can you get than the Ninja Turtles trying to play Twister? Picture trying to do that with a shell. You can't. It's a game to lose. But when you see the Turtles playing Twister in this art style, it did not fit for me. It really is one of the first times where I'm having a hard time matching the artwork to the story. And, I mean, I've seen other people draw the Turtles in different styles and liked it. Michael Zulli did some stuff in Mirage where he makes the Turtles look more realistic, but the story matches the new art style, and it doesn't clash. For me, this older looking of the Turtles playing Twister, it didn't feel right. So, I'm sorry, Andy, because I do like your humans and backgrounds. I think you're doing great there, but your style on Turtles, it's one that threw me off for several issues. And it's nothing personal, it's just we draw turtles differently. I at the time was missing Dan's work, but when Andy left, I missed his humans. Because the way he drew the human characters were great for me. I really think that his Karai is one of the best Karais I've seen. So I'm not saying bad artist, I'm just saying a different choice than I would have gone with the turtle style. So everyone's different. But in issue 13, as I mentioned, we got Twister and Andy, but one of the big things going on there is Casey comes back to the turtles beaten up by his drunk father, and Raph blows up and goes after the drunk father, and Splinter jumps in. And we're left on this cliffhanger of Splinter putting the side to the drunk dad, Mr. Jones' neck. Ooh. So, some bad stuff there. But that all ties into the Casey micro-series, where you can find out more why Casey got beaten up, what happened there, why Casey is putting up with this from his dad, is all inside the Casey Jones micro-series. So, that review is also on CowabungaCorner.com. Now, we jump into issue 14, where it kind of settles the full Casey Jones dad thing. But it introduces a new aspect, something that makes a big twist. First, Baxter Stockman's finding out more about Krang and what Krang really wants from him. And the Technodrome is being brought in. And we're going, ooh, there's some really, really big stuff on the way for the turtles here. And you can learn about the neutrinos and stuff coming up. So we got that. Now, right after that, we have Shredder saying, no, Cry, you're not my first in command. And, I want somebody else. I want a guy to be my first in command. I want a guy underneath me. I don't want a girl. And so, even though she is his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, he wants nothing to do with her being where she wants to be. And instead, he puts his sights on Leonardo. And this is when we get the clue where he's going with his story that leads up to where we're at present day with the comic books. So it's a nice little tie-in there, because they make you want to see more Shredder kind of early on, going, wait, what are you going to do to get what you want here? So we get that inside issue 14. Issue 15, we get to see as the turtles find their new home. They find this abandoned church with this big subterranean place underneath that could be turned into a lair. As they're trying to figure this out, April's micro-series connects into this issue as she accidentally released Slash from StockGen. So when she was there, boom, 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 Slash is released, and now inside this issue, Slash has hunted down the turtles, and a big fight happens down in their home. This issue ends off with that fight. So we have a nice arc of comics here. We have the fights against the Foot, the Purple Dragons joining in. We have Casey and his dad's issues being kind of forced, where we have Casey moving in with the turtle family, leaving his dad. We have so many different things going on. It's all flowing together well. And the reason it's flowing together well is because we have a fantastic editor who's matching everything up between the micro-series and, of course, the ongoing comic book stories. So we got to thank Bobby for his work there. We got to thank Tom for the storyline. And we got to thank Kevin for keeping everything in order with the characters. It's got such a great crew holding this story together, that even when there is something going on with the art, like as I mentioned, the stuff with Andy Kuhn's art towards the turtles wasn't my thing, I still enjoy and love the IDW comics. I cannot believe how well they're doing, and I will stand behind them throughout what they're doing. I think it's interesting that we did get some peeks into what's coming, like with Shredder wanting Leonardo, and just the interactions between Shredder and Karai is written so well. If you want to know more about that stuff, watch the interviews that we posted here on Cowabunga Corner News with Tom Waltz. There's 3 of them. It's a half-hour per interview. He goes into such detail on the characters. It was an interview that I could not crop down. I had to make sure you guys got to hear everything I did on how much thought is put into these books. Tom's heart is into the comics. And with Tom, the lead writer of these comics, having so much passion behind the books, you can see it. You can just feel it through the vibes of reading these pages. And when I talk to Tom and I'm hearing this stuff, it makes that vibe come alive in me. It gets me all going, yes! I can't wait for the next issue. Why do I have to wait a month for the next issue? And they don't just make you wait a month for the next issue. They make you want the next issue. At least in between, they throw in the micro-series or the secret history of the Foot Clan just to keep things coming so we can at least get 2 comics a month, maybe. But there are times where I'm sitting on the edge of my seat saying, when do we see what's coming up? And that is what this comic book series is doing for me. Now, on CowabungaCorner.com, I write full, detailed reviews for each of these issues. Every issue has a review to where I go over the different scenes, what I thought of that scene, different scene, what I thought of that scene. I cut off the ends because these are written when the comics are coming out, and I really think the best way to follow the comics is to read the comics themselves. My reviews are not to replace reading the comics. They are to share my thoughts of what's in the comics. So I don't want to give all the spoilers, all the juicy little details away. In fact, if there's something in the middle of the book that I think is just too big of a spoiler, I will try and see if I can skip over reviewing that part just so people could say, oh my god, I didn't know this, until they read the comics. Now, I know there's message boards where they put spoilers and stuff, and it's going to get out no matter what, but I don't want to be the one sharing that. I'd rather you guys get in there, pick up these comics, and see just what I'm talking about when I'm saying the artwork. Because it is there. Issues 11 through 15, your 2 artists are Dan Duncan and Andy Kuhn. Andy does a great job in so many different areas. So my complaints on the Turtles is minor because he still carries the comics through. He's still a very good artist. When you're looking at Dan's work, though, you're looking at what we got used to. Now, in the beginning, I complained here and there, like the shells kind of bending on the plastrons. I don't feel like that's natural for a turtle. And it's something that they did not do too much in other areas of Ninja Turtles, but I'm getting more used to it because now we're seeing it in the Nickelodeon series. So even when you find something that does irk you a little bit, as the series goes on, it just kind of folds into place. So I love where they went, and I can't wait to share the next 5 issues with you guys. Where we're going next on IDW's is another very fun area as we get to find out about neutrinos. Remember, right now, as I'm filming this, I have read up to City Fall. So if you're actually following the IDW Comics, that's why I'm going, there's more to come! Because we know what's coming on. So, check out what I have for current issue reviews, for full details on the website, and just see these awesome issues in action by going to your local comic book stores and picking them up. If you guys don't have one and you guys need to know where you can order some, I know a comic book store called Comics and More who does do mail orders, and he's a great guy. So if you guys are looking for these comic books, send me a message. I will send you Comics and More's information. Next time on Cowabunga Corner, I am going to share video footage from one of the old Party Turtle days. It's been a while since I've been able to do this. It's a short clip. It's not like one of my half-hour, 20 minutes or anything like that clips, but it's from one of my most memorable times being a turtle. I want to share this. It's going to be something that meant a lot to me, with a radio station holding a Ninja Turtle party at a movie theater I used to go to all the time and is now a micro center. So this is video footage of a place that no longer exists. I hope you guys all enjoy what's coming up. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share your reviews of the IDW comics down below. Issues 11 to 15. Are you following the comics? And what do you think of where they're going with it? We'll catch you next time here on Cowabunga Corner.